Hey, this is not Lucifer, aka Dual Echo, and I'm here to talk about my art process behind the Maca speed paint. I'm not doing this to show off that I'm like god tier or anything. I just like talking about like art. I also like art commentaries where the artist talks about how they did stuff. So yeah. um for the background, god, that was like the hardest part. Even though it goes by like so fast in the video, it's like I think it took me like a good 30 minutes, 40 minutes, because like the window panes, that was like the hardest part, even though I did like copied and paste. But that's because I like everything symmetrical, like to keep it even. And yeah, and also for the columns too, and the sketching process, god, that was just, I had to like figure out, how do I want this angled, how do I want the light source to be, because for like big things like this, well, this is not necessarily a big project, but more of like, it's not a blank space as a background. I always like to add more detail. I always reference, oh and god, here's the Maca pose. It took me longer than I care to admit to like get the sketch just right, because instead of making her stiff, I just use a line of action, which is good to use if you want to have your character have more of a pose. But god, it took me too long. You just start with a line, then you work your way down or up. I don't know. And the reason I did the different colored parts of the line art was to know how everything will connect. And yeah. I don't do that often, but I think, I don't know why, but for this video I just did it cuz it helped me. Cuz for normals video, or when I normally draw, I just use two colors, like black and red. Not like, because mostly they help me see. I got bad eyesight, practically blind, but you know, I'll survive. Oh god, her shoes, that one was like kind of hard too. Like, I use cosplay references and like all those AliExpress pictures, because like they help me get good angles, because I don't want to keep googling weird things. I just googled Maca Alborn cosplay. Oh yeah, and here comes the coloring. For this one, I did a thumbnail basically. Well, it wasn't a small, but it was like a big thumbnail to help me to figure out how do I want the colors to be. Because whenever I do, like, for some reason when I do speed paints like this, I always work backwards. I always start with the shadow, like the shadow as a base color, then I add highlights last. Yeah, I don't know why. Just something I just developed randomly. And that's another thing I do, for like filling in the top part of the scythe where the blade comes in, I use like, I think Control Shift, and I just use that line tool to help fill it in quicker. Oh god, this part was complete chaos, because sometimes I would fill in the line art with the color, and then I forget, then I had to like redo. I don't know why I did that. It was just oof. Next time we'll name the layers to make sure I don't do that again. God, it was so, like, you can't see in the video or hear it because there's music over it, obviously, but I was just like, That's another thing. For some reason I forgot. I don't know why, but I didn't put the lines for Soul's little black part. I just like made that part of the base color, because I cheesed it. And here comes the best part, the highlights, or at least filling in the colors. I always like that because I like experimenting. Like I don't think it made into the this video, but I was experimenting with like how the colors should be. I think in the picture I made it purple or blue highlights, like to like give off a more, you know, you know. But yeah, that's my art process behind this picture. I don't know if I'll do more of these. Maybe if the picture's cool enough, but yeah, bye.